everyone. Today we're going to be talking about blood type genetics and going through some of these blood typing questions. The first thing we need to do is kind of get our alleles straight as far as blood type goes. Blood type is technically I would call it a codominant kind of blood type, but it also has a recessive allele, so it's a little strange. So we have two codominant alleles and then a recessive. So if that confuses you, go ahead and put that out of your head. I'll explain it this way instead. Traditionally, this is how we describe our genotypes for anyone with blood type. If you are I, capital A, I, or I, big A, you are blood type A. If you're, I'm just going to refer to it like this, if you're IBI or IBIB, you have blood type B, because there are only B alleles that you're seeing. If you're IAIB, you have both an A allele and a B allele. If it's codominant, you'll see both. So you're going to have type AB blood. And then if you have just two little i's, you have none of the dominant alleles, so you have blood type O. For me, it helps to remember if blood type O is having 0 of the dominant alleles, so it is recessive. Sometimes shorthand is used. Instead of IA, you'll see A. Instead of IB, you'll see B. And instead of little I, you'll see O. So it's okay to use those if you want to, but keep in mind that if you do any advanced genetics in AP biology or even further on, they will most likely use this format for blood type genetics. Let's go ahead and get into some practice problems. Again, this is another non-Mendelian type, and we're doing blood type today. So in our first example over here, a man with type A blood and a woman with type B blood have a baby with type O blood. Is this possible? That's a good question. The way I like to solve this is kind of backwards. So let's do it like this first. I like to make sure that I put in the baby first. So our baby has type O blood. So I'm going to put type O blood in this far corner. Type O is going to be little I. There's no dominant alleles, it's just type O. So for that baby to have type O blood, each parent has to have a little I allele. Now, the other information we have from our sample question here is that the man is type A blood, so he has to have at least one IA allele, and the woman is type B blood, so she also has to have at least one IB allele because she has type B blood. Is this a possibility? Let's check. If we fill in our Punnett square, like we normally do, the side alleles go across. So we have IB, then we have IB here. Little I comes across, and that checks out there. There's a little I in this box, so that's fine. The IA goes down, ran out of room. And then the little I also comes down here, and that second little I makes sense because both parents here can also have a recessive allele, but still appear as their own blood type. It is possible for them to have a baby with type O blood. So yes, it is possible. It's possible to fill in that Punnett square, and they don't have to be concerned that they took the wrong baby home from the hospital. Let's move on to our second example. What blood types could the children of two parents who are blood type AB have? Remember, these two parents are going to be IAIB when we put them into our Punnett square. So we'll do that right now. I'm going to put each parent in on their own side of the Punnett square, and they should be identical. They should each have an IA allele and an IB allele. When we cross these, we do it normally. Those that are on the side move across the Punnett square. IA goes across. IB goes across. And then they also move down the normal way. IA moves down, and IB moves down. One of the most important parts of doing blood type crosses in Punnett squares is making sure that your squares are large enough. If you can't read your own writing, you can't get the right answer. So please make sure that your writing is clear as possible so that you can read your own handwriting. I have run into this issue a couple of times. I didn't make my squares big enough. It was too hard to read. Now we have to look at the possible blood types. We have blood type IAIA, and that's going to be blood type A. There's only A dominant alleles, so therefore blood type A. We have two children here with both an IA and an IB allele. So we have two with blood type AB. And then we have a child over here with IB, IB, and they're going to have blood type B. So if we looked at the ratio, it would be 1 blood type A to 2 blood type AB to 1 blood type B. If we needed to break this down further and do percentages, 1/4 will have blood type A, or 25%. 2 of them of 4 would have blood type AB, so that would be 50%. And then 1 out of 4 would have blood type B, which again is 25%. Those are your possibilities for all of the children. Blood type isn't terribly complicated. It's really just about setting it up properly from the get-go. So please make sure you follow the normal steps and take care of your parent genotypes first. Then make sure you've crossed correctly. And then always take your percentages out of 4 total possibilities because there are 4 squares in your Punnett square. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more biology content and see our other videos in the genetics help section. And I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you later.